Hi, I'm Father Larry Dowling, pastor of St. Agatha Parish in the North Lawndale community in Chicago. The North Lawndale community is a community that has, unfortunately, lots of issues of violence in our neighborhood, and we are trying to address that to the best that we can. So over 60% of the population in the neighborhood are ex-offenders, and so unemployment is high, unfortunately, because of those who cannot get hired. Schools are, the public schools are struggling in many different ways, resource-wise, and just in providing a good education for our kids. And unfortunately, the streets are oftentimes unsafe. And so, as a faith community here at St. Agatha, and some of the partnerships that we have with parishes like Old St. Pat's are a great asset to us, because we're trying to figure out ways to build community and to not only impact people from our parish community, but also to reach out into the neighborhood and make a difference. So we are trying to engage parents in the neighborhood to come together in mutual support, and we've done some significant work with that, mainly to try to diminish the violence that happens in the home, verbal and physical violence that can happen against children in the home, that oftentimes then gets carried out into the streets. We are working with a number of ministers and just trying to highlight to them, that yes, it's important that we get out and march, when there's violence, it's something that happens, killings on our streets, and to clearly make, a faith statement about, how wrong it is and how we need to change. But we also need to figure out ways to get into the homes and to help parents in terms of how they need to affirm their children, and the parents themselves need affirmation, and how best to reach out to them. The unfortunate thing in the community, and I think the stereotype is that the children, because they're poor, there's no creativity, there's no desire to learn. But what I found is that kids are incredibly creative. Unfortunately, the creativity they have to exercise is how to get to school each day, how to get how to survive a class, unfortunately when there's disruptions in the class, and sometimes even how to survive their home life. And so if we can find ways to impact the violence in all of those areas, and it's a multifaceted approach that we need to take. But as people of faith, to be able to reach into the homes, touch the streets where we can, and clearly to impact people at that level, hopefully to bring about some transformation where kids truly do feel safe, not only within the home, but in their passage to school and from school, and then within the schools themselves. So we are working on a number of different ways to impact the school. I'm part of an initiative with the Community Renewal Society in Chicago to challenge the Chicago public schools to bring more conflict resolution programs and restorative justice programs into our schools. Again, to diminish the violence and diminish the possibilities that that children will be hurt. It's a major task. But again, as people of faith, our motto here at St. Agatha, what we end our services with every Sunday is be church after church. So how do we go out and live what we believe, what we profess, and take that out into the community around us and make an impact. And slowly but surely we are, and thankfully with other partnerships and other churches and in the area, we are able to achieve, begin to achieve that. It's a long process. It's going to take a long time. There are a lot of forces working against us, both internally and externally. But I truly believe that, as people of faith, as people of hope, based in that faith, that we truly can make a difference and will make a difference.